welcome to another day in the life video. It is June 20th and it's Thursday. Thursday seems to be my best days to do this, and I thought it'd be fun to take you with me for today. I thought today would be a good day for that. I have a lot I want to get done today, including a lot of book listings that hopefully will go up by the end of the day. I definitely want to get everything photographed, but you can see it is a massive pile of books, or I should say piles of books. I also have dishes I need to do because, you know, I made dinner last night and it was just done and didn't want to actually do them last night, which is not normal for me, and I want to kind of like clean up the kitchen some. And then of course I have a very fluffy, very lovely dog that desperately wants to go for a walk at some point. But what I'm going to do here at the beginning of my day, and how I start normally at the beginning of my day, is I have a cup of coffee and I take down all of my listings, or I end all of my listings that have had 0 views in the last 30 days, and then I sell similar. Now I have a lot to sell similar today. Like more than one page, and a page is like 50, so I'm probably not going to do all of them, but I'm going to get a lot of them done while I enjoy this cup of coffee I've already made myself this morning. Very nice. And then when I'm done with that, I will figure out which of the 3 of the things I just listed I want to start on first. So let's get started. All right, so I've got about half of my unsolds done. So it's now down to 1 page, about 30 listings, which I'm pretty pleased on and ready to move on to the next thing. I also have most of my coffee drunk. I think I'm gonna get a second cup though. And I think what I'm gonna do first is clean up the table that I have all the books and stuff set up. It's also the kitty feeding station. If you're wondering why we feed her on the dining room table, is because we don't really eat at the dining room table here at the boys' house. If you are new here, hello. I live half of my week at my house and half of the week at my partner's house. We don't live together because the housing market is stupid. And we've averaged being able to look at 1 house a year so far for the last 3 years. So, super. I'm gonna clean that up. It's the kitty feeding station. We can't really have the cat food on the ground because the dog will eat it. And yeah, so I'm gonna just clean up that area, and then I think what I'm gonna do is like sort out books and go from there. This is why I say the shiny box, which is what the boy calls this. It's probably one of my best purchases. Not only is it amazing and allows me to take more professional looking photographs of my books and shoes and hats and like all of my breakable stuff as well, but it's also portable. So I just move it from house to house, and it's definitely been a big bonus to my business. You can see here that the table gets messy, very messy, which is also part of why the housing thing has been such a struggle, because he doesn't want my business in the house when we cohabitate. He wants me to have like a she shed or have it in the garage or something, which I don't blame him for, because any of you who are resellers understand how quickly it can overtake the house if you let it. So I don't allow myself outside of this table. And you know, I clean up before I leave almost every time. So what I'm gonna do is actually take everything off of the table here, clean the table and put it back on. And I like doing that because like I work better if I'm in a clean environment. So that's also why I like bringing everything over here, because I do feel like I get more done at the boys' house because yeah. So I'm gonna do this now and I'll be right back. All right, I think I'm gonna eat some food now because I have not had breakfast, just coffee so far this morning. You can see everything is all cleaned up. It looks much better. I've just left the cat food over there because the cat is not in the house right now. She is outside probably murdering something. She's that kind of cat. There are over 75 books here on the table. You can see I've kind of already started sorting them. I know that sounds like a lot of books to list, but you can see some of them are going to be in lots, so it's not like 75 listings, it's just 75 books. Of course, I need to remove all the stickers from them, or, you know, you don't have to, but I do. Some of these books also have writing on them. So this says 1951 on the cover because that's when this book was written. And some antique dealers in the area think that that's important to write on a book I'm going to see if I can't take a Q-tip and a little rubbing alcohol and get that off. It doesn't always work. Sometimes it does. If I notice, like, I'll do a little test spot. If it doesn't damage the book, I will do that. Otherwise, I just disclose it. So you can also see here that I've kind of already, like I said, started sorting them. These 3 piles are all piles that have barcodes on them, so they're super easy to list. I just scan them, sell similar, off of one that has sold successfully, and then price according to what I see as the solds. These ones I can also scan and make lots, or like it's really easy to find lots of them. So those are easy. This pile is my problem pile, so it will probably be the last pile I do. And all of these are vintage books to the point where they do not have a barcode. If you did not know, barcodes were mandated on all products made available for sale to the general public in 1978. So yeah, sometimes I find stuff that the Amazon FBA sellers leave behind or don't get to yet. And sometimes this is where I normally have the most success, is between 1930 and 1980. So they're too new for the antique dealers and too old for the Amazon FBA sellers. So that is where I found success selling books, especially since I can get them really cheap, because most of these came from the bins, so they would have ended up in the landfill. And yeah. Also, Amazon FBA sellers don't really sell like book lots, so they would have scanned these destroyer books and just been like, yeah, $3 is not gonna work for me. But if you get a big lot like this, it's worth picking up. At least to me, it's worth picking up. And you can tell, Miss Ma'am, what you doing? What you doing over there? You got a bone? She's trying to entertain herself until we go for a walk. So I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna get started on this pile. I'm gonna make a dent, and then I'll probably get distracted by doing the dishes, because now that I have cleaned, I want to clean more. And that is also a problem I have. When I get in the cleaning mode, like, I wanna do everything. And unfortunately, the little bit of cleaning got me in that mode. So I'm just gonna try to focus in on this first. I've gotten one pile photographed and in the box now. So I know those are done. They're done. Which means that I have about 10 drafts now ready to, you know, finalize and actually get listed. I of course have a couple or several piles of books that I still need to get done. I also did the first set of dishes, so there's that. And of course, you know, I cleaned that room before I got everything done, before I started taking photographs, so that's nice. I've had lunch. Eileen is now drinking water. I've also washed all of the throw blankets on the couch. I am now washing the rug that the boy has in the bathroom, because that was gross. Eileen likes to lay on it at night, and like she'll bunch it up and use it as a pillow. She's very cute. Very cute. Less cute when you like have to go potty in the middle of the night and you like trip over Fluffy dog and or Fluffy rug, because it's all bunched up and you're used to it being flat, but that's another story. So what I'm gonna do now, it is almost 1. I'm going to take all of the shipping that I did yesterday, because yesterday was Juneteenth, so, you know, I couldn't actually take my shipping anywhere. But I boxed everything up, so the shipping will go out today. I'm not really a big fan of the post office by the boys' house. It's not the best one. But I'm gonna come back here and do some of the photographing, but I also have promised Eileen a walk. So I'm gonna go take the shipping now and then come back, and then we will go on a hot girl walk together. And then I will come back and see if I can get at least one more stack of books photographed so I can list them. And then what I might do is edit a video. Small change of plans on the way back. I saw that the little church by the boys' house is having a book sale from Wednesday to Sunday from noon to 4, and it is now 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna go see if it's true or not, and see what that's like, because I've never been able to catch a book still at this church before. So, and also let's hope they take cards, because I never have cash on me, and like the nearest ATM is always away. So okay, so we are at the church, and this is like the second day of the sale. And apparently they were still taking donations from their parishioners while I was here, which I didn't realize, so I guess that's cool. There's still gonna be new stuff maybe every day. But you can see it's in their rec hall. You got the basketball in the back, basketball hoop in the back. They did try to organize everything, which I thought was really nice of them. I know some people I've seen where like the books aren't organized and it's just kind of like, you know, tables and tables full of books. But they did do their best to organize here. Considering it's like Thursday, middle of the day, it was really kind of cool to see that there were people here shopping besides me. Because this is one of the first days, everything was full price. So hardcovers were $2, paperbacks were $1, and kids books, doesn't matter like YA to, you know, picture books, they're all 25 cents. And I did do like a couple of passes around the little rec room because I realized very quickly that they did their best to organize them, but some books were maybe not shelved in the appropriate place. So I'm really glad that I made a couple of passes because each time I did a pass, I found some more stuff that I wanted to pick up. These are the cookbooks I've talked about and shown you guys multiple cookbooks over the last, you know, few years that I regularly pick up because they sell well for me. So that's my first pass. I didn't really see anything on my first pass, but again, there's a lot to look at and I was just double checking. This is Caribbean Cooking. It is a book club edition. It also has some issues for $2. No, for 50 cents at the bins, maybe. Now this is a James Beard cookbook. This one I did end up picking up, which you will see in the haul. I've bought and sold several different James Beard books, and don't worry, I do pick that back up. This was my initial pass. I wasn't gonna buy one book. If I only found one book that I wanted to buy, I was just gonna leave it behind, but trust me, when you guys get to the haul, you will see a stack of books. So I did pick that one up, but I'm going to give you to other Bob because my POV camera was having issues filming in here because it kept connecting and disconnecting and then reconnecting. So I didn't get to film a whole lot in here, but I'm going to give you to other Bob and she's going to show you what I did pick up. Now I absolutely understand why everybody keeps telling me to go to like church book sales or like fill a bag sales. Apparently the last day is a fill a bag sale. And they're still accepting books from their churchgoers, so I might go again on Sunday just to see what's left or if anything new has been brought there. But yeah, I basically emptied the back of the Bronco with my shipping and filled it with more books. So I'm gonna do a haul here in a moment, but I'm going to take baby girl out for a walk because, you know, I was at the book sale for like an hour and a half because I kept looking, and then whenever I'm there, the way they have things laid out, they tried their best to organize stuff, but they definitely are not as familiar with books because I mean they're volunteers. So I would look and then I would look again and then I would go check other sections, and then that's how I was able to find some like really good pieces. But again, I will show you in a moment, but let me go take Hot Girl out for her Hot Girl walk. And here's Murder Girl. This is Switch. She is also a girl. This is the boy's cat. I don't know what she wants, but I feel like she's gonna bite my leg soon. So there's some ducks right there, and then there's a big old heron right there that's probably gonna freak out as soon as Eileen starts barking at him, because she will. I don't know if you guys can see. There's the heron. Ugh. And that's exactly why Robert Pattinson used that voice, because that's what herons sound like when they yell. Maito! Maito! Your presence is requested. Eileen has decided to join me for the haul portion of this video, which is fine, as long as she stays just like this and doesn't get too excited. All right. This is, I paid $1 for this because kids books for 25 cents. This is a complete folio set. Well, not folio because it's not by the Folio Society, but it's got the slipcase set of James Patterson books. This is the Treasure Hunters box set. Originally it cost $34.99. You know, I figured I can sell these for like 20, you know, between $15 and $20. So for $1, I thought that was great. Some of the books I picked up because okay, goodbye. Some of the books I picked up because they were going to complete sets or they were a complete set. Now this, even though they're technically, I think these are kids books. I can't tell if these are kids books or YA books. Yep, it's YA fantasy. So I guess this could count as a kids book, but I think this is like actual like middle school, like 10 to 12-year-olds. I think because these are teens, that's why they count as paperbacks. I paid $4 for these. This is the complete Mirror Visitor sets. They're 1 through 4 and they're all matching and they're all pretty. They're just missing the slipcase, which is fine. They're in really good condition. Like very good condition. Don't have any writing in them. It's by Christel Dabos. I'm pretty sure I can get $25 for these, which would be amazing. Set that right there. This is a set. Well, it's not a set. These are 2 PG. Oh, darn it. Well, I made a mistake. Sweet. So this happens often. I get PG Woodhouse, or Roadhouse, and PD James, because I have dyslexia, confused all the time. So I got both of these because I thought this was another PG Wodehouse Jeeves books, but it's not. I have no idea what this is. I guess I'm just gonna have to pick up 2 more like PD James books at the bins at some point and sell a set of 3. But this is an omnibus by Penguin, Life with Jeeves by PG Wodehouse. This is 3 books in 1. They're normally like novella size. Jeeves is a butler. And yeah, so I thought I was gonna have a set of these, but I don't. So both of those are gonna get set aside to complete a set at some point. At my house, I have 2 other Anthony Trollope books, so I can put these together to make 1 3-book set I've talked about before, where in pre-owned condition there are certain authors and books that I will get specifically to make a set, be like, okay, 3 Trollope books. Now, I don't know if they are all trade paperback size or not, but if they are, perfect. If not, I'll still put them together. But this is an Oxford Press one. I haven't decided if I am keeping these or selling them. This is Kazu Ishiguro. And I found 2 like new condition books, The Remains of the Day and Never Let Me Go. So they match, they're beautiful, they feel nice. I really do love, there's an airplane if you can't tell. I really do love these. I will figure out if I want to keep those, but I'm going to set those aside. This I am going to sell in a Whatnot auction. This is A Darker Shade of Magic, which is the first book of a trilogy. I love this series. I love this author. I think they are amazing. And yeah, I have this in collector's edition and I have multiple books by this author. Amazing book. Really happy that I'm going to be able to put this in a Whatnot because I will talk the crap out of that. I wanted to reread it just so I could review it on my book channel because like I really want people to read that series. It's an amazing trilogy. This is another book that is part of making a set. This is Thomas Hardy. He is a classic literary figure, Signet classic, Far from the Maddening Crowd. I have some other Thomas Hardys that I can put this with, hopefully make a set out of that. This is Greg Bear, Dinosaur Summer. I'm going to put that in a whatnot auction. That's all the paperbacks except for this one, which I will show you in a minute. Well, not really. So these were all 25 cents. I'm sad that they had 6 of these. They had 1 through 3, which is what this is, 1 through 3. And then they had 5, 8, and like 6. So I thought I was gonna get 1 through 6, but they did not have 1 through 6. So I got the ones that were in order. These are Amulet, which is like a kid's graphic novel for, again, about 10 to 12-year-old people, little peoples, elementary school age people, really. But I found these multiple times at the bins, and if I had realized that these were only going to be 25 cents, I didn't know if they were going to be 25 cents or $1. I actually would have bought all 6. I would have sold these on eBay, and then the other 3 I would have sold to Second and Charles. But because I didn't know that until I checked out, and I didn't feel like adding more to it because I'd already been there an hour and a half, I'm just going to sell those ones. This is the Yiddish Policeman's Union. This is in excellent condition. This is Michael Chabon. This is a Nebula award-winning book. Beautiful deckled edge, which if you did not know, when it's like unevenly cut like that, that's called a deckled edge. I love trade paperbacks like this because I use these little flaps as bookmarks, which make me scandalous to some people, but I don't care. But the Yiddish Policeman's Union is a Nebula Award winner. This is in also like new condition. I will probably put that up on Whatnot as well. These I got so excited about. I looked everywhere in the kids section to see if I could find more of these. These are vintage choose your own adventure books, which if you did not know can be exceptionally valuable. The most valuable one I found I sold for $50. So, you know, the choose your own adventure modern reprints, if you get a set of them, you know, you can sell them for okay money, but those ones are not valuable. It's like the ones from the 70s and 80s are the ones that are valuable. So this is Time Machine 10, American Revolution. This one is from 1985, I believe. It's a first print from 1985. This is selling for $12 to $15. I paid 25 cents for it, which is great. This is Blackstone's Magic Adventure, The Case of the Gentleman Ghost, which is not a Choose Your Own Adventure series I have seen. I have seen the Time Machine ones before. I've never seen this one before. This one's also, you know, depending on condition, $10 to $20. This is also a first print from 1985. So both of those are amazing. I also paid 25 cents for this, which is a hardcover. This is a vintage Hardy Boys. And these are the only Hardy Boys that I pick up are the ones with the blue top, if they are in good shape. They had multiple Hardy Boy books. They had multiple Nancy Drew books. I will, of course, erase the child's name out of here because it's in pencil. But this is from 1960. And this is The Mystery of the Chinese Junk, which is the junket ship back there. So I will sell those. I normally sell those between, you know, $7 to $15 depending on the book, or at least those particular ones. The more vintagey ones can sell for more money. I also found a hardcover copy of Galapagos by Kurt Vonnegut. This has got a very stained, tattery dust jacket, and of course it's got the blue-footed boobies there on the front. Did not know that's what the name of that bird is. Look at me knowing stuff. This is a book club edition. And I don't know if I have this one in hardcover or not. I might end up keeping this one. We have Star Swarm by Jerry Pournelle. In really good condition. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm sure there's some glare because I'm at the boys' house. This is not my normal setup. This is a first edition from 1998. I'm going to look up to see how much this is worth on eBay. If it is not worth reselling on eBay, I will put it in a Whatnot auction. So this is going to go in its own separate pile to look up. I have Cormac McCarthy, The Border Trilogy. So this is All the Pretty Horses, The Crossing, and Cities of the Plain in an Everyman's Library edition. These are very heavy, very heavy. So this is all 3 of his classic Western books. These are pretty heavy. They're very sturdy, Everyman's Library books. I have one from John Updike, which is his tetralogy. That's not really worth it to resell because it's too heavy to ship with free shipping. I guess I could resell it and then just make them pay for shipping. But this one is actually still worth around $20. It was originally $30. So you want to know how I know that? Besides the fact that it's literally on the inside. It's because of the barcode, that last 5 digits that starts with a 553000. You take the 5 away, that's the price. And that's on almost all barcodes that start with a 9. We'll let you know how much it is. It still has this little ribbon. But I found that. Beautiful illustrated copy of The Secret Garden. Really happy with this. It does have somebody's name in it, but I think this is just absolutely beautiful. This is a first print, and this is from 1987. You can totally tell from the 1987 styled clothing, which I find hilarious because this is, you know, based in a much older world than the 1980s, but it is illustrated. Gorgeous hardcover. So I picked this up. They did make me pay $2 for that, not 25 cents. I'm sure I could have made a qualm for this. This I think I'm gonna keep. This is How to Be Eaten by Maria Alderman. I think I'm gonna keep this to read this. I haven't decided yet. This looks like it'll be super easy and quick to read, so I think I might keep this until I do that. Where are you gonna go? That's going in that pile. This is the new James Beard. This is from 1981. These are selling very consistently on eBay, and for $2 I figured I could get it and give it a go. I've had good luck selling some James Beard cookbooks, not all, but some of James Beard's cookbooks I have been successful with. There's the man himself and this lovely, very abstract illustration here. So that is going up on eBay. Whoop. This is Babel by R.F. Kuang. This won the Nebula Award, not this year, but last year. I actually bought this book from a fellow bookseller and booktuber friend, Bookjack, because I had a hard time finding a copy of it and I didn't want to buy it new. And I thought, well, I didn't want to pay like $28 for it new, which is what it was going for. And I wanted to support a fellow bookseller, so I bought it from him, not realizing that I was going to find a copy for $2 later on. So I will just sell this. I do think these are still selling on eBay for good money. This is in literal new condition. Like, this is brilliant. So that is going to go up for sale on eBay. And then I'm really excited to talk about the other 2 items I found. One of them is going to pay for this whole haul. I paid a total of $35 for everything. The first is I found 2 copies of the same book, one a trade paperback copy and one a hardcover. This is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. Well, they're both The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. This is the library edition. I am going to try to take this sticker off. It is still going to have the library stamps on the inside. There's nothing I can do about that at all. Still gonna have the library stamps inside. But if I can take this plastic off enough, and it's still gonna have this in the back. The reason why I picked this up is because I'm either going to keep it or I'm going to sell it. Or I'm going to keep it until it sells. The reason why I picked 2 copies of this up is because both of these are first edition. This is the first edition trade paperback. This is the first edition hardcover, despite the fact it being a library copy. This book won the Nobel Prize. So, and I actually just sold a signed first edition copy of this book for $100, which I found at the bins. Yes, I did find a signed first edition copy of this book at the bins for 50 cents and I just sold it for $100. So when I saw this one, I was like, oh, well, you know, I kind of wanted to read it. So it's won lots of prizes. The Pulitzer Prize, the Andrew Carnegie Prize, and the Malaparte Prize. Anyway, I found 2 copies of this. I found this one. I was like, oh, well, I can read this one because this is in, again, like new condition. And then I found this in a hardcover, and it is a first edition hardcover. If I can get this library sticker out, and I can maybe get this off as well with my heat gun. Oh, I can totally get this off with my heat gun. That is coming right away. Okay. If I can get some of the library things off, it might make it easier to sell. But I saw that first edition hardcovers, I couldn't see any library editions, but first edition hardcovers were selling in the $20 to $30 mark, so I picked this one up. We'll see what happens. I'll either keep the hardcover or I will sell it, who knows. And then the next one, I got really excited. I posted about it on Instagram because I saw it and got like super excited. Because this is a Game of Thrones, but it's not a modern printing of the Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This is a vintage first print 1996 edition of Book 1 of A Song of Fire and Ice. Now, unfortunately, this is not a true first edition. The difference between a true first edition and this Bantam first print is a lot. So for example, this one is not shiny. This is not shiny. The true first edition, true first print, this silver would be reflective. The second is that the letters would be embossed, so I can't rub, my hand is flat against this. It is not rubbing over the letters. The second one is that there is no, the third indicator is that there's no price in the upper corner. So this is a Bantam first print from 1996, which makes this book, oh, it also, a true first print would have maps when you open it up. It wouldn't be this white blankness, it would have maps inside. You're like, oh my God, why are you giving me all this information? Because despite the fact this not being a true first edition, this is the 1996 Bantam first print. And so instead of this book is worth $80. If you found a true first edition hardcover of A Game of Thrones from 1996, it can be anywhere from $300 to $800. If you get a signed one, it's in the $1,000 range. So, like I said, I got really excited. I'm still excited because, you know, if I sell this book, I paid $2 for it. If I sell this book, it doubles in profit the amount of money I paid for everything. And I did see a sold copy of this exact edition. Here, I'm going to show you both. I showed this on Instagram, but this is the top one, which is $300, is in a true first edition. And then the one below that is this edition. So still valuable, not as valuable, still going to pay for everything I have here. Still really good. I've had people multiple times whenever I put out videos about books, like me sourcing at the bins, people saying, you know, first of all, oh my God, I can't believe your bins does books so cheap. And then also, you should totally find a book sale or like a church book sale or a library sale. That's like a great place to source books. Never been able to find one. I finally have, so very excited about that. And I've got to pack everything up because the boy is going to be home soon. And on Thursdays, I try to leave before he gets home. And you're like, oh my gosh, why in the world would you do that? It's because he is in Richmond all day at the office. And if you did not know, it is between, depending on traffic, an hour to a 2.5 hour drive. Again, traffic can be awful. But an hour and a half is normally the drive. So it's a 3-hour commute during the day, and he gets up like stupid early in the morning. And when he gets home, he takes a nap, and then when he wakes up, he plays PUBG with his friend until the wee hours of the morning. And so, you know, I don't really need to be here for that. So I go home and I get work done, and which is what I need to do. So I'm gonna pack everything up. I'm gonna leave here just a bit before 5. So I'm gonna try to list those 2 big sets of books over there, the Destroyer set of books and the Neville Shute set of books. And I will pack everything else up. But this definitely was very lucrative, and we did go on our hot girl walk, which you guys saw. And yeah, I've still got a lot of stuff I need to do. When I pack everything up and leave here, I'm not gonna go straight home. I am going to go to 2nd and Charles because I had a Whatnot Tuesday night with books, and about 2/5 of the books I put up for sale sold. 1/5 I took to 2nd and Charles after the auction to see if they wanted to buy them from me so I can use that store credit to buy other books that would sell on eBay. And then the other 2/5, you know, you're seeing me list now. So, or you saw me list this morning. So do that, and then I go home and I can finally take a shower and then see where we go from there for the rest of the day. She's pouting now because she knows I'm gonna leave her. And also a little worn out because we did walk. She's so cute though. I love her so much. I did get all of the dishes done, so not enough cleaning, but the dishes at least are done. I think she's mad I was at the other house. What do y'all think? Yeah. I'm sorry, baby girl. I'm sorry. One day we'll all live together and you will be miserable because you do not like other animals. You are a big scaredy baby. I love you too though. God, I look rough. I feel rough. I'm tired. It's 8:30. You can see I've gotten a shower and have changed into comfortable clothes, like PJ type clothes. And I have edited the video. It is now up. So yay. Yay. So far I've only listed 2 of the 12 drafts I've done. Both of the clothes that I actually photographed yesterday and was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I photographed those and I never put them in a draft. So those are done. I cleaned Moxie's litter box and gave her food, and I'm currently giving her pets because she's screaming at me. And what else have I done? Yeah, I need to do some shipping because I got a couple of book orders. And then I think, hi baby, I might stream a little Stardew Valley before I just pass out for the night. I think we're doing an early bedtime today, and early bedtime for me is like before midnight. Fingers crossed we're gonna do before midnight. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here because I'm about done. I'm gonna hopefully, before I go to bed, get the other 10 items that I photographed actually listed. I'm leaving everything in my vehicle. The boy did message me and was like, hey, it looks like you were in a cleaning mood today. Thank you. And I said, you're welcome. And all that stuff that I just took out of his house is just in my Bronco, and it's gonna stay in my Bronco until tomorrow when I go back and set it up for the weekend. But again, I try to leave his space better than how I got there because that's how I was raised. Like, you try to leave. Anyway, I think you guys get it. But thank you guys so much for watching. It's another very full day for me. I know like 12 listings is not a whole lot because I am gonna like basically take some allergy medicine because I haven't really all day and I need it now. And take some allergy medicine and finish those listings and then do the streaming and then pass out. Or I'm gonna do the listings and read a book and then pass out. One of those 2 items is gonna happen. I don't know which of the 2 is gonna win, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having a great day and you also had a super productive day. And bye. Bye. Man, the lighting in here is just butt. Okay, let me do this.